You found the perfect swing trading setup and you have a clear stop loss and your target looks great. But the question remains, how many shares should I buy? So in this video, I'm going to show you how to calculate position sizing, the one formula that is going to separate the winners versus the people who blow out their accounts. The one formula that separates the traders who survive from those who blow out. Hello everyone, this is Pranav VK, an NISM certified trader and trainer and your swing trading guide here at Stockshaala by Kotak Securities. Position sizing is where most traders mess up and go wrong. Not because they don't have the right strategy, but because they risk too much too often. So today, I'm going to give you a simple framework to decide exactly how much to trade. So you are not going to have any kind of emotions or guesswork. So what exactly is position sizing? Position sizing is nothing but understanding how many shares or lots of shares that you can buy based on your capital or risk tolerance. The right position sizing will make sure that your trades are consistent and a single trade will not ruin your entire capital. Your position sizing depends on three factors. The first one is your capital. The second is the amount of drawdown or risk you can afford for every trade. And finally, the third is the distance from your entry point to the stop loss. The formula for position sizing is nothing but your capital into risk percentage divided by entry minus stop loss. Let me give you a simple analogy to help you understand this concept. Think of it like seat belts. Position sizing is like your protection. So the speed of the car might vary, but your protection is always fixed. Now let me do a step-by-step breakdown of how exactly you can calculate position sizing with an example. Now let's assume that the overall capital for this trade is 5 lakh rupees and we are willing to risk 1% on this entire capital, that is rupees 5,000. If the entry point is at 520 rupees and our stop loss is at 500, then the risk per share is 520 minus 500, that is rupees 20. Now to calculate the position sizing, all we have to do is apply the formula. That is our risk per trade divided by entry minus stop loss. So the risk per trade is rupees 5,000 divided by entry minus stop loss is rupees 20. So the total number of shares is 250. So that is going to be your position sizing. Now as a continuation, let's say instead of a 20 rupees stop loss, now we'll take three different types of stop losses. And in this case, what is going to be our position sizing? Depending on various factors, the stop loss might vary as well. So let's start with three different scenarios. And the first scenario, you're going to have only stop loss as rupees 10. So in this case, it is going to be 5,000 divided by rupees 10. So that is going to be 500 shares. The second scenario, let's take it as 25 rupees. So that is going to be 5,000 divided by 25. Let me know in the comments below what is going to be the number for this one. And finally, the third one, let's say the stop loss is only 5 rupees. So in this case, it's going to be 5,000 divided by 5, that is going to be 1,000 shares. So the same capital, same trade, but different position sizing. Here is a quick reminder. Your stop loss decides your quantity, not your mood. Now I'm going to share the 4 golden rules of position sizing. Here is the first golden rule. Don't risk more than 1% of your capital. Now, how can you make sure that happens? Now, most traders use random capital for each trade, but rather, I'm going to give you a framework to make sure that never happens. Let's say, for example, your overall capital is rupees 10 lakhs. In 10 lakhs, don't use more than 10% for a single trade, which means you're not going to deploy more than 1 lakh rupees for each single trade. On that 1 lakh rupees you have deployed for each trade, don't take a stop loss of more than 5%, which means you should not take a stop loss of more than rupees 5,000 on the 1 lakh rupees that you have deployed. Now, when that happens, if you lose 5,000 rupees for any reason, what you'll be losing is actually only 0.5% of the overall 10 lakhs capital. Now that way, you're able to retain the 1% risk per trade. Now going to the second golden rule of position sizing. Now, the tighter the stop loss, then the higher the quantity. But the wider the stop loss, then smaller the quantity. So make sure that you're going to be flexible with respect to volatility and change the position sizing accordingly so that the system balances out the risk accordingly. So let me elaborate this second rule with an example. Let's say your overall capital is rupees 1 lakh. And like we discussed, you should not risk more than 1% on your overall capital. So your maximum stop loss is going to be rupees 1000. Now, if you are entering at 100 rupees and your stop loss is at 98, then now we have to calculate what is the position sizing that we can afford. So that is going to be nothing but 1000 divided by 100 minus 98. So 1000 divided by 2, that is going to be 500 shares. But what if our stop loss is much wider? Let's say instead of 98, our stop loss is at 95. Now our overall stop loss is 5 rupees. So now the new position sizing is going to be 1000 rupees divided by 5. So now the new number of shares is just 200. So this shows that based on the volatility and your stop loss, your quantities also must adjust. Now moving on to the third golden rule, it is a continuation of the second rule. So the third rule says that don't fix your lot sizes for all the trades. What it means is that you cannot fixate on the number of quantities for all the different trades you are going to take in different scripts. So if you're trading in Reliance, the price of Reliance might be around 2,500 or 3,000. But at the same time, if you're trading in ITC, it could be 10 times lower. That could be around 250 to 300 rupees as well. So just as an example. So in this case, if you fixate on the number of quantities, then your risk is going to change significantly. So what you have to do is always make sure you're calculating by putting the formula of position sizing. So always remember to calculate before you decide the quantities. Now moving on to the fourth rule of position sizing, always have a maximum cap on the total risk you're going to take on the overall number of positions. Now so far we discussed for a single position you should not risk more than 1% per trade. But you should also have a maximum percentage of risk for the overall day as well. So let's say your maximum risk per day is only 2%. So if you're taking 4 different trades in a day, then make sure that each trade is not crossing 0.5% of losses. Otherwise, your overall cap on the risk is going to overshoot and that is going to ruin your overall capital. So hope these 4 rules is going to make sure your capital is safe and you're going to survive the longer game. I know it is easier said than done, but here are some common position sizing mistakes that you can avoid consciously. The first one is using random quantities for random trades without calculation. This can be a huge mistake and ruin your entire capital. Second, ignoring the stop loss distance. Irrespective of which stock you trade in, it is very important to know how much is the stop loss distance and decide your quantities based on that. Otherwise, again, the chances of blowing out your account increases significantly. The third one is marrying a single position. So you might have built conviction with your analysis, with your research and all the other factors. But if you start risking more than 5 to 10% on a single trade, within 5 to 10 trades, all your capital is going to blow out. So make sure, irrespective of how high your conviction is, you are going to stick to the definition of keeping it to less than 1% of your overall capital. The mind plays a lot of tricks, but that doesn't mean it can take a hit on your trades, right? So that is the reason, irrespective of how emotional you get in a trade, it's better to stay out and rather not trade instead of exposing your entire capital on a single trade because of high confidence. So this can lead to a very bad emotional state as well as financial decision for you. Here is a bonus tip that is going to help you filter out the bad trades. Ask yourself these 3 questions before you enter any trade. The first question should be, what is the risk to reward? Is it 1:1, 1:2? And if it is 1:1 or less, then do you have a higher probability of profit? That's the first question. Now the second question is risk. Are you risking less than or equal to 1% of your overall capital? If not, then this trade has to be killed. The third question is quantities. So have you decided the quantities based on the stop loss distance? If not, then you have to calculate it before you take the trade. So only if these three metrics align, then you go ahead and take the trade. This builds consistency and not dependency on luck. Let's do a quick recap of what we have learned so far. We have understood that position sizing is basically dependent on your capital, your risk percentage, as well as stop loss distance. We also learned that we should not risk more than 1% on your overall capital for every single trade. Third, we also learned that we should not fixate on the quantity, but rather be flexible and calculate it depending on the volatility as well as stop loss distance. And remember that position sizing is the heart of risk management. So without this, your heart is not going to beat, which means your trading journey is going to end. So make sure you trade small, survive long, and grow big. If you have watched till here, then definitely you must have learned something. Let us know what you learned from this video in the comments below. In the upcoming video, I'm going to cover about psychology of swing trading, how to detach from results, how to stay in the zone, and how to make sure we are in the right mindset. Until then, keep learning and keep growing. And thank you for watching Stockshaala by Kotak Securities. I am Pranav VK and I'm going to see you in the next video.
Investments in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.